How's it going, guys? My name is Dom, and today I want to show you an example of how you can use JavaScript classes to make a binding to a HTML element. So what I mean by this is we're actually going to be able to create a class which can then manipulate the DOM, or the document object model, directly. So for example, here I have an unordered list element on the HTML document with a few list items inside it, okay? In the JavaScript, I can actually just type out list and then .add, and then add an item to that list directly. So for example, list.add bottle, press enter, and we see bottle appears right there. We can do the same thing for removing an item. Let's say list.remove and pass in an index, for example, index number 1. Press enter, and is removed. Okay, so we're gonna make this right here. So inside the clean document here, we have a simple structure. So first, let's just create the actual unordered list item to use. So let's say UL with an ID of something like my list. Okay. So this list will be filled by JavaScript. So let's just say, we'll put a comment down. We'll say, to be filled by JavaScript. Okay, so now we need to actually reference this list element in JavaScript. So using the actual ID here, we're going to make a new constant which references this unordered list element. So down here, let's make a new constant and call this one something like my list equal to document.getElement by ID, passing in my list right there. So now my list means that element right there. Okay, so now let's start creating the actual class. So let's make a new external file here. Make a new file. Let's call this class listBinding.js. Okay. Let's now link this class in the actual HTML document. We'll say script with a source of listBinding.js. Okay. So in this class here, let's just actually firstly define this class. We'll say class and call this one listBinding. Okay. So in this class, we're actually going to be able to pass in the myList element to the class constructor. Okay, so this class will actually keep a reference to the physical tag or element. Okay, so in the constructor, let's just take in a single argument, call this one element. Okay, now we can say this.list element is equal to element. Okay, so we have an instance property here called list element, referring to the physical list HTML element. Okay, so now we can make a underlying simple array that will be filled with all that text. So we can say this.textList is equal to an empty array. So this text list here might contain some strings. For example, decode is not bad. Okay, so back in the actual demo, we have that right here. So we can see how this array structure will eventually actually contain all these text items right here. That's what the actual text list property is used for. Okay, so now let's just make an instance method for this class, and let's call this method update. Say update. This will take no arguments. The update method is actually just going to update the physical DOM, so the physical list element, with the items contained in text list. So we maintain an array of strings, and then the update method is actually going to insert all these strings into the physical list element property or list element. So down here we can start by first clearing the list element of list items. So let's just say remove all existing li elements or slash tags. Okay, we can say while this dot list element dot first child. So while there is a first child, then we can say this dot list element dot remove child and pass in the first child. Okay, so this right here is going to remove all the existing li tags from the list element. So let's just see an example of this in use. So back inside the HTML, let's just put some sample li tags inside here. We'll say item number 1 and item number 2. Okay. Inside here, let's make a new constant, okay, called list binding. This is equal to a new instance of that list binding class. We'll say new list binding, taking in my list. Okay. So this is like registering this list element with this list binding class. Okay. Let's save this and refresh the browser. We get that right there. So now let's call the update method on that list binding and see what happens. We'll say list binding dot update, and they go away. So you can see how that code right here removes all the existing list item tags. So now we have to add, well, let's just say fill. So fill ul slash ol tag with li. Okay, let's just fill up this list element with all these strings inside this text list array property. So let's just say for each of the text list items, so for each const text of this dot text list, okay, we're going to say this dot list element dot append child, and we're going to append obviously a li tag. So how do we actually convert a string to an li tag? Let's just say this. Let's just say list binding dot create list item and pass in text. So we're going to make a static method called create list item, which will generate an HTML element for the text that is passed in. All right. So let's just make this static class or this static method right now. Up here, let's say static. Call this one create list item, which takes in a single argument being text. Okay. For the body, let's just make a new constant here. Call this one li equal to document.create element of an li tag. Okay. Then say li.text content. Let's put the actual text inside the actual tag and then return li. So now this method actually makes an li tag, okay, or element slash tag with text inside. They actually pass in right there. All right. So now if we actually put some sample data inside this array, for example decode and then I don't know, bottle, okay, if I save this and refresh the browser, we still get these two existing elements, right? If we say list binding dot update now, press enter, they get replaced. So here we are first clearing the existing elements, so we clear them with that right there, and then add li tags for each text or each string inside this text list underlying array right there. Okay, let's make this back to no elements. Okay, so now let's actually create the add and remove methods. We can first just get rid of those sample tags. Okay, save this. Alright, so let's make the add and remove methods. So basically, these two methods right here are simply just going to update the underlying array, that guy right there, and then call the update method. So it's going to be quite lean and loose coupling. Alright, so down here, let's make a new add method. Alright, this will take in some text. We'll say text just like that. Inside here, let's just say this.textList and call the push method. We're going to push text to the array. So this will add this text to this underlying array. Quite simple. And then we're going to say this.update. Alright, so basically the add method does its simple job of adding the actual text to the array. Then the update method does its job of updating the actual physical document object model, the actual HTML page. Alright, let's just save this and test it out. Save and refresh the browser. Alright, let's say list binding dot add. Alright, let's add decode to the list. Boom, there we are. Let's add some more, for example. Add dog. So it works completely fine. Alright, good. For the actual remove method, for remove, let's add this method right here. This will take in an index. So remove an item at a particular index. Index right there, okay. Then, once again, it'll follow a similar sort of structure. It's going to say this.textList.splice. Alright, that's an array method. Splice at the index, okay, and then 1. So this means remove an item starting at, or multiple items, maybe, starting at this index, and then how many. So remove an item at this index, but only one of them. Okay, so that actually removes one item. This.update. Okay, so similar thing, modify the existing underlying array, and then update the DOM right there. Let's save this and refresh the browser and test it out. Let's add dog, decode, and let's just say bottle. Okay, and then we'll say list binding dot remove at index 1. Press enter, boom, there we are. Alright, so that's the whole thing done, but I'll just recap what's actually happening. Alright, so what's happening? Well, in this class here, actually let's start with the actual HTML. So in the HTML, we are making an unordered list element right there, which is then passed into the JavaScript through that method right there. And then we're making a new instance of the list binding class, passing in the actual physical unordered list element. From there, in the class, in the constructor, we are maintaining a reference to the actual list element property, and then making an underlying array to store all these strings of text to be displayed. Inside the update method, we are removing all the existing list item elements, and then filling up the actual UL or the OL tag, so this guy right here, with the actual text inside the underlying text list array. This is done by calling the static method createListItem, which simply just makes a list item element, putting the actual text inside that. For the add method, we are simply just adding an item to the actual array, and then using the update method to actually update the DOM once that has been added. So we're keeping things lean. We're only actually updating what we need inside the add method. Same goes for the remove method. We're just removing an item at that index, and then once again passing it over to the actual update method to do the actual DOM visual work. Alright, and that's how you can make a binding from a JavaScript class to an HTML element inside your JavaScript classes. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.